Experience can't be bought. This the energy you want. Yeah, this affirmative talk. Hey, woo. Destined for greatness, that's for certain. Time to build your life with purpose. Build your self-esteem and courage. Right now, it's a lifestyle, that's for sure. Good vibes and meditation from a real life coach. Let them know. Affirmations help to make a better you. Got you feeling incredible. Affirmative talk, come on through, let's go.
Hey, thank you for joining Affirmative Talk with yours truly, Samuel Richardson III. As the new year is approaching, I just want to give all the shout out to all my fathers out here. I definitely want to be able to pour into you and just to express my support for all the fathers out here. I know for some fathers it may have been tough for you. For some fathers you may have gone through a lot of things this year of 2021. And the reason why I want to talk about it because of my experience as a father. I have two children who I love very much. I filed for divorce from my ex is because things didn't work out. And I could say a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I decided to move forward with my life, and I thought that was the best decision for me to protect my mental health. And I just want to say for all the fathers, I know if you're going through a situation dealing with a bitter baby mama who is probably trying to use your kids against you, who's probably tried to take you back to court because of back pay child support, or it could be trying to just take you back to court to get more money from you, and you're just trying to do the best thing that you can, or doing the best that you can as a father, and trying to spend time with your children. But at the end of the day, I understand the struggle. I understand that, at the end of the day, you still have to work because you have to make that money so that way you continue to provide for your children. That way you continue to provide for yourself. And I think a lot of times we, especially as a black father, especially as a black man, it can be tough. It can be brutal out here. So for 2022, I would definitely want to just pour into you. I definitely want to say that I support you, especially to the fathers out here who want to be involved in their children's lives, who want to have a relationship with their children, and they're not able to have that relationship because of the baby mama that you decided to have children with, and because of the court system. Let me tell you something, man. The family court system is not set up for the father. It is definitely set up and rigged against the father, especially someone like me who actually filed for divorce and then was not able to get joint custody of my children. I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. Then I had to go through the emotional and mental trauma dealing with the children's baby mama because of the bitterness. It's because I couldn't get access to my children. I couldn't even get the visitation rights that the judge had ordered. It's because the actual bitterness of the baby mama not wanting me to spend time with the children because I decided to move on with my life. I decided to get married to a beautiful woman that you see behind me. I decided to, I wanted to move to another state. I wanted to start over. I wanted a new life. I wanted a new beginnings for me because of all the toxic energy that I went through in my life. It was tough for me. It was rough hearing all the negative impact for me filing for the divorce, hearing from her family, hearing even, some of just the, some of my family looking down upon me. I had some support, but at the end of the day, I feel like I didn't even really have that support from my own siblings. And, even to this day, I don't even have a good relationship with my brother. And that is what it is, because I felt like, you have to move forward in life, and you can't allow anything or anyone who tries to judge you and be on their high horse and look down upon you based off on some of the decisions that I made in my life. But one of the things is, I owned up to my mistakes. I owned up to my life, because I believe that is the key. And for 2022, it's going to be a great year for me. For 2022, it's going to be something that I'm going to see massive success like I've never had. And the reason being is because I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be uncut. I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to be authentic because I have a story to tell. And at 40 plus years old, I definitely have a story that I would like to share with you. I don't have anyone to look over my shoulder and to be able to try to put a muzzle on me is because you know what, if you speak the truth, then guess what, I'm going to tell people about your past. Guess what, my past is my past and I take ownership of it. So that's what I want to say all to the fathers out here. Don't allow a bitter baby mama, don't allow anyone else to hold your past against you. Guess what, I have some things in my past that I'm not proud of. Back in when I was my college days, I went through a situation where I stole a CD, and guess what, I owned up to it, and I spent a couple of days in jail. And guess what, I had a court system to try to put a felony on me because I just simply stole an actual CD. And tried to put a felony on me. So, I had to face the backlash from my family. I had to face the backlash of, some people in my family bringing that up into my face. But guess what? I am who I am. My past does not define me. That's something that's been over 20 plus years ago. And I want to say to all the fathers out here, don't allow anything from your past to hold you back from living in the present and moving forward into the future. You have a lot to be proud of. You have a lot to be able to be thankful about yourself. Especially dealing another checkered past as far as with my ex. Dealing with all the negative impact that she said about me in court. Dealing with all the negative impact that she was trying to say that I wasn't a good father, and never had any type of physical abuse, never had any type of wrongdoings to our two children. And that's something I had to even pay for a garden litem in front of the court system. And mind you, I was the person that filed for divorce. I was the poor person that tried to work things out. But guess what? There came a point in my life that I had to make a decision. Do I still want to live in this toxic situation where someone did not want to continue with marriage counseling, and someone that also did not want to live up to the expectations of a wife, of a mother? Or did I needed to move on with my life so that way I can do bigger and better things? And I decided to do those things. But guess what? I went through hell. I went through foreclosure because of my divorce. I went through credit card debt because of my divorce. I went through the shame. I went from struggling paycheck to paycheck. I went from like literally, man, living to my last dollar while trying to go back to school at adult graduate studies at nighttime because I wanted to get a degree. I wanted better for myself. And I did that. And that's why I give myself a round of applause. And I'm giving you a round of applause because Black fathers, I appreciate you. Black men, I appreciate you. I celebrate us because I know the difficulties that you have faced in your life because I am a Black man. I am a Black father, and I understand the struggle that we have went through. I went through situations where I had the baby mama that put out a warrant against my arrest because of back child support. I went through situations in my life. And I'm telling you, because no one can make you feel bad because of your past. No one can make you feel bad because of tough situations you have faced in your life. Take ownership of it. It's power when you are authentic. It's power when you are able to speak your truth. It is power when you're able to get up every single day and you know that you're in your own skin. You know that guess what? I am me and I don't care who like it. I don't care who look their nose up at me. I am going to face the consequences of my decision. I'm going to face it with integrity. I'm going to face it with dignity. I'm going to face it with class. I'm going to face it with humbleness because I understand the power of living your life with truth. the power of living your life with truth. And that's what affirmative talk is all about, is being able to take the mantle and say to yourself that, guess what? I am a strong black man. I am a smart black man. I am a healthy black man. I am a black man with courage. I am a black man with self-confidence. I am a black man that's trying to be the best version of myself. And don't let anyone tear you down, because as a black man and as a black father, you are supported, you are loved, you are respected. And I know it has been tough for us black men out here. I know it has been rough for a lot of men out here who's tried to do the right thing by their children. And because of the court system, is because of the bitterness of the baby mama, life has been difficult for you. But what I want to say to you is to hang in there. What I want to say to you, do what you have to do to put your mind at ease as much as possible, because I need you at your best. I need you to lower the stress. I need you to lower the depression. I need for you to lay low from off the alcohol. I want you to lay low from off all the smoking. I want you to be in the best health and the best mental and physical health that you can be for 2022. Be there for your children. If you're not able to be there physically, be there to say that, you know what, I don't know when, some way down the road, I may have a connection back with my children, but I know I need to get my life together. Work on yourself, brothers. Work on yourself. Work on your credit. Work on your income. Work on your mental health. Work on your physical health. You are no good to your children if you're broken down mentally and physically. Let me say that again. You are no good to your children if you're broken down mentally and physically. So I want you to focus on 2022. Focus on yourself, because sometimes I've been there where I had focused so much on trying to fight over my children, spending well over $50,000 in attorney fees and all those things of nature, trying to fight for my children. But there was a point in my life that I had failed sickness to ulcerative colitis. If you don't know what ulcerative colitis is, it's not a well-known diagnosis for it, but I do know I was up against a lot of stress. I was up against depression, and I started having ulcers in my stomach, started having pain. I started losing a lot of weight because there was a lot of weight on my mind. There was a lot of weight on my shoulders, and it was always frustration because it was always something that I had to deal with the baby mama. When I tried to be able to work 2 jobs at a time, when I was working full time at a manufacturing company, and I was getting off from a manufacturing company and driving to Frankie's Farm Park and working part time, and this was years ago, that I was trying to do everything that I can to fight for my children. But I made the conscious decision that my children needed me at my best, but I needed myself even more. I needed to be in a better mental state. I needed to have better health, and I decided to move on with my life. I decided to move on with my life. And that's what I'm saying to all my men out here. Don't break yourself down so much that you lose yourself trying to fight for your children. Because let me tell you something. There is nothing is worth fighting for that much, and you lose yourself in the middle of it. You lose your mind. You break down in your health. Guess what? Your children need you. Sometimes you can't fight it by yourself. Sometimes you have to break away from that toxic situation and focus on yourself so you can move forward. Man, I feel so good. I feel so good because I know that this message is going towards some father out here who needed to hear this. I'm counting on you to don't give up. I'm counting on you to go and try to get the right resources. I'm counting on you. I'm going to tell you something. You can go to your family court system and get a child support modification if you need to. It's because you're not making enough money to be able to barely keep a roof over your head. I'm telling you right now, you have rights as a father, and there are steps that you can take to try to alleviate some of the burden that you're going through financially. There are steps that you can take to alleviate some of the burden you're going through physically and mentally. Talk to a professional counselor, talk to a therapist, talk to someone that you can kind of alleviate some of that burden of anger. And get it off your chest. Get it out of your mind as much as possible so you can go in 2022 with a bang. I appreciate you. To all my black men, I appreciate you. To all the fathers out here, I appreciate you. Because I know that it's rough. I know that it's tough. Do the right thing. Take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation where you lose yourself. And understand that 2022, claim it. Speak positive affirmation. I'm a person that death and life is in the power of the tongue. I am a person that, you know what, own up to your mistakes. Don't try to give so much power to other people because they may know of your past and think that's going to be held over your head and people are going to start talking about you, or social media somebody's going to talk about because what they look up over the internet. Be you. Be authentic. Own it. Who cares? Because you know what? At the end of the day, everybody has a checkered past. Everybody has gone through something that they may feel ashamed of. Everybody has gone through something that has made them sad. Everybody has gone through something that has caused some type of mental trauma. Hold your head up, king, because that's who you are. You are a king. And have the courage of your conviction to continue to move forward, because you are definitely needed and you are important to your children, and you are important in life. Affirmative talk with yours truly, Samuel Richardson III. Be blessed.